Hi, this is Martin Hale from IT Masters and Charles Sturt University. Just in this short recorded info session, we're going to have a look at the Master of Business Administration, Computing from Charles Sturt University. The focus, target audience for this MBA is for obviously IT managers, but particularly for IT managers who might be in a supervisory or low-level management position and wanting to move into executive level management, or you might already be in an executive level management and you want to consolidate your skills by doing your MBA. Let's have a look at the structure of the MBA Computing at Charles Sturt University. Like all the masters at Charles Sturt University, it's 12 subjects in total. You've got 8 core subjects, and that's complemented by 2 groups of electives where you choose 2 subjects from to make up your 12. The subjects are a mixture of 2 different types really. There's your standard management type subjects, albeit with an IT focus. I mean, the other people who are studying the subject will all be in IT as well. So even things like contemporary management and that, most of the examples and your discussion will be around in an IT environment. So these are 6 management type subjects, and then we've got 6 more even more IT focused subjects, things like IT quality service management, which is built around the service quality management standard in IT governance, which is built around the COBIT IT management certification, and then we've got, in the industry electives particularly, we've got some project management subjects for you to pick from, and pretty hard to be effective in a computing environment if you can't work with project managers. So that's why we've got that focus there. You need to be able to understand their terminology and work with project managers to be effective. I'm going to pluck out a couple of the subjects now to have a look at in more detail. The reason look, I'd love to cover all of them, but it would take forever, so we'll just cover a couple in a bit more detail. The first one's quite interesting. It's MGI 521 Professional Communications, and I think everyone would just about agree that the main thing that makes an effective manager is their communication skills. So we've got a dedicated subject on it, and its objectives are firstly to expose you to best practice in communication, whether it be written or verbal, the latest thinking in that area and the psychology of it, and how it's used in leadership. And then this is as all of our courses are applied, so then let's actually get you to practice using that, what you've studied so far. We do that via the assessment process. So first is a online test, which you what we call a low stakes test. You do it early in the study session, typically week 4 or 5 of the 15-week study session. It's only worth 15%. It's a sit at home online multiple choice exam, and it's got a couple of purposes. Firstly, to test your understanding of the communications theory that you've been studying for the first 5 weeks, and secondly, to alert us to people who are struggling. They may either not sit the exam or do poorly in it, and what can we do to help you get you back on track, or if necessarily you might need to pull out of the subject and come back and do it later on when you're less busy. The second part of the assessment is the biggest of all, which is to develop a solution proposal. So here you've got all this management theory behind you now, your communication theory behind you, and now you're going to actually develop a presentation which will be a solution. Hypothetical business situation, you're going to do a team presentation using this best practice of communication theory. And finally, we then get you to practice it and to show what you've learnt, and that's done with a online presentation, again done from home with a webinar. You record it and you submit it, and some of the things we're looking for there is obviously that you've understood the theory and you can demonstrate it, and that you've picked up how to make your message concise and clear. Critical factors there. one of the reasons I picked this subject is a lot of graduates mention it to me, and a number, I don't know how many have said to me, look, I was a bit worried about this subject, if not petrified, of not good at communication, not good at presentations, and how much it developed them, and how what an impact it's had on their career in terms of now they're a competent communicator. And then even you've got, on the other side, you've got people who are already very good communicators, but really moved into being excellent communicators. So a fascinating subject. The second one is one of the project management. I mentioned about project management, how important it is for if you're in IT management. So one of the critical factors there, and this, it really hurt me when I went into my first exec role with Telstra. I was on a systems review committee, and we had project managers coming in and reporting to us, and I really had no idea what they were talking about. The terminology was completely foreign to me, and even the way they operated was foreign to me. I could have really used this subject to be effective on that committee, and what it's about is giving you all the terminology and how a project manager in the industry structured what they do. It's built around the Project Management Institute core body of knowledge, which is the Bible on how project managers do what they do. And it's got a secondary objective there. If you wanted to have a project management certification on your resume, it will help you prepare for the Project Management Institute Certified Associate Project Manager certification. That's a low-level certification, as distinct from their PMP, their Project Management Professional, which is you need like 3 years experience and very difficult. But the CAPM is a much easier exam, and it's really for people who are associated with project managers, which is what IT managers are. So as you're going through doing the subject, you're also being prepared for that certification if you'd like to attempt it after you finish the subject. How is it assessed? A bit like the other one, you've got an online test, a low stakes one to start off with. The difference here is this is pretty closely aligned with the Project Management Institute multiple choice exams you would do for certification. So they'd be similar type questions. After that, you then do a critique assignment. Again, you have a look at a project that's failed, and you align that. Firstly, you've got to identify what are the key processes. The Project Management Institute has the Project Management Core Body of Knowledge, the PMBOK. It identifies key processes, and 2 of them have failed in this scenario, and you've got to identify what they were, and then more importantly, what you're going to do to turn the situation around. And that's in that assignment. And then you have a final exam, which is a mixture of multiple choice, short answer type questions, and a couple of more meaty submissions required. Okay, well that's a couple of subjects I plucked out. As I said, I'd love to have covered all of them, but it would take forever. So if you're interested in studying with us, we've got 3 intakes a year for the Master of Project Management. And if you are interested, I suggest you contact us. You can do that by emailing us at IT Masters. You can also email the uni direct, but we're much smaller and we know these programs in depth, so be well worth just emailing us, touching base and say, I'm interested, might be interested in the next intake, and just starting a dialogue with us. Who knows, you might be up for some credit, for instance. Definitely touch base with us. Or if you're really old-fashioned like me, you might even pick the phone up and call us. Whoever answers the phone should be able to answer most of your questions here at IT Masters. Okay, well, thanks for listening. I hope to see you on the MBA Computing in the future. But even if not, good luck with your future studies. Thanks very much.